All right, live from the Gloom Tomb, this is Michael Rapaport, and this is the I Am Rapaport podcast.
I get nasty like a muck's pile, then you out of luck, child. Cause my fuck style is fuck wild. Back off the firm germ, courtship is short-term void at the last drop of sperm. I reckon, so check it, that's life, live it there. I make your mama strip naked and just give it here. What I said.
All right, the fight of the century, the I Am Rapaport podcast post fight of the century. Man, oh man, oh man, I don't even know where to start. There's so much to discuss about the Manny Pacquiao Floyd Mayweather fight. Man, shit. Well, I did watch the fight alone. Well, I watched it with my son, who's 13. One of my sons who's 13, and it was just me and him in the living room, the back room of my house, watching the fight, just how I wanted it. Not too much talking, not too much antics. I never wanted to be around too many people. I didn't want to go to someone else's house. That was never a consideration. I considered inviting people over to my house, but I just could not deal with the idea of being interrupted or being overwhelmed and harassed with people's comments, theories, in between round chatter. I just didn't feel like getting anybody beers, crackers and cheese, peanuts, M&Ms, nothing. So I did watch the fight alone, as I said I would do. I didn't bet on the fight. The only person I bet on the fight, the only thing that I bet on the fight was betting my co-host, Gerald Moody, that the loser, he picked Floyd, I picked Manny, would go on the subway during rush hour with an I Am Rapaport podcast t-shirt, and we would make an Instagram video of the loser screaming for 15 seconds, I love the I Am Rapaport podcast. I love the fucking I Am Rapaport podcast. And then we're going to post that on Instagram. Unfortunately, it's me. So, that'll be up soon. But I don't even know where to start. I mean, just first, shit. Yo, listen, I was with Manny. I wanted Manny Pacquiao. He lost. All right? He lost the fucking fight. And it wasn't lopsided, but it was definitely a unanimous Mayweather decision. Manny fought well, just not well enough. Mayweather was bigger. His reach was longer. His defense, I mean, he's done this over and over and over before. For me, I just hoped and prayed that that Manny would be able to pressure him more into fighting and that he would be able to catch him. He just never was able to get inside consistently. He caught Mayweather a few times, but that doesn't mean shit. It's boxing. They're used to being punched in the face. One punch in the face it's like nothing. Mayweather got more punches in. This whole idea that Floyd ran. No. Listen, the I Am Rapaport podcast, I was all over Manny Pacquiao. But you win, you win. You get the fucking acknowledgement. Now, yesterday I went on Twitter. Twitter's Twitter's a very interesting place because you go on Twitter, you sort of get a roundabout idea of what a lot of people think. Doesn't mean everybody. It doesn't mean nobody. There's always one dumb fuck. But you'll get a sort of interesting sort of mix of opinions and thoughts and ideas. And it has to represent, a certain faction, a certain percentage, a certain amount of people's ideas. So when I went on Twitter after the fight and said Floyd won and I will never call Floyd Mayweather Floyd Kardashian, as I've called him. I've called him Floyd Kardashian. I've copywritten that, so if you try to steal it, I'll fucking sue you. I said I would never call Mayweather Floyd Kardashian anymore. He won the fight. And then I couple other comments I said, I basically was saying Floyd won the fight. All right? I acknowledge that he won the fight. And then these dumb fucks on Twitter, they start to say, oh, you support domestic abuse, you support him, his shit, you support all these things that I didn't say I fucking support. I just said the fucking guy won the fight because he won the fight. How am I supposed to be taken seriously? I have no idea I'm supposed to be taken seriously. But how am I supposed to be taken sort of seriously if for months, even before the fight, I've talked so much shit about Mayweather, and I predicted he would lose this fight. I wanted him to lose this fight, but he did not lose the fight. How am I going to sit here and after talking all the shit that I talked, not acknowledge that he won the fight? Now, by me acknowledging that he won the fight, does that mean I like domestic abuse, you dumb fuck on Twitter? A lot of you. There's a bunch of yous. A bunch of dumb fucks on Twitter saying that. And so I suggested that some of the people on Twitter that suggested that I support domestic abuse by acknowledging Floyd won the fight, I said, well, why don't you just shut the fuck up, go back to Williamsburg, as if everybody who is an asshole lives in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, and it's a hipster fuck. That's just like in my head, that's what it is. And turn on your Alabama Shakes record and, go watch Girls. And I love that I somehow associated Alabama Shakes, which I love, with hipster fucks. Anyway, so Floyd won the fight, all right? He won the fight. There's this whole argument, is he the best ever? Is he not the best ever? Listen, if he's not the best ever, he's certainly one of the best ever, okay? But his name, like he has the moniker TBE, the best ever. Should he put OTBE, one of the best ever? He's one of the best ever. Okay, whether you like him, you don't like him, whether you don't like his style, you don't like his style. Most people, a lot of people that watch the fight never even watch boxing. And a lot of hipster fucks who watch the fight never watch boxing. So they can't say, is he the best ever, is he not the best ever? And then, I seen sports, analysts on ESPN, and he's not the best ever. Well, then who is the best ever? You can't say who the best fighter is ever. Is Rocky Marciano, who was a 195-pound heavyweight champion who went 49-0, is he the best ever? Just because he was 49-0? Just because you're undefeated, that doesn't mean you're necessarily the best ever. Muhammad Ali, who started this whole the best ever, the greatest of all time, as he should have, because aside from boxing, he just was the greatest of all time in terms of the what he stood for and the chances that he took in the ring and all the other intangibles. But he might not be the greatest heavyweight ever. Is Sugar Ray Leonard the greatest? Is Sugar Ray Robinson? He fought too long. Listen, Mayweather, if he ain't the best ever, he's one of the best ever. And I'm not a fan, but I'm not going to sit here and act like he ain't fucking good with his shit. Even if he lost last night, he would still be one of the best ever. I'm drinking Snapple. Okay, I'm drinking Snapple with a straw right now. But I woke up this morning in my Casper mattress. The I Am Rapaport is sponsored by Casper mattresses. And I woke up on my Casper mattress wearing an American Giant t-shirt. And I was a little deflated. I felt not depressed. I felt like this big lead up to this big exciting, would-be exciting thing happened, and it just didn't happen. There were no explosions. There was no explosiveness. It was just disappointing. It was disappointing that Mayweather won when I wanted him to lose. I don't fucking know. A lot of celebrities there. And since I'm talking about celebrities, I'm going to get into wigga, pleas. All right? Here we go. All right, so for the I Am Rapaport Mayweather Pacquiao wigga, please, talking about the celebrities. Everybody was there except for me, but there was a lot of big hitters. Robert De Niro was there. Ben Affleck was there. For some reason, Andre Agassi had the best seats in the house. Andre Agassi and Steffi Graf, they had like better seats than Jay-Z. I don't know how the fuck that works. I mean, he's a great tennis player. She's a great tennis player, but what the fuck did they do to get the best seats? I mean, they were like right there. Everybody was there. Tom Brady was there. He showed up, looking like Tom Brady. Mark Wahlberg, Puff Daddy. I mean, everybody was there except for me. Again, I'm sorry to keep pointing that out. But they showed Denzel Washington, who was at the fight. And he's a big boxing fan, very, obviously he was in Hurricane. Great movie. One of my favorite actors of all time. One of the great American actors of all time, one of the great American artists that we have living, who's still in his prime, one of the only people who I will go to see in any movie in the theaters and be excited about, because he could single-handedly make a not great movie into great. He's done it a few times. I mean, he's that good. But it looked like Denzel Washington thought he was going to the corner deli to go pick up a coffee and the Sunday newspaper and somehow wound up in the MGM Grand for a fight. He didn't look like he knew exactly where the fuck he was going. He was like, oh shit, there's a fight, I'm going. Because he was unshaven, which is fine. He might be working. He doesn't have to shave. He's Denzel Washington. But he also looked like he had some kind of sweatsuit on. And he just looked like he was a little bit like, oh shit, like I don't even know what the fuck's going on, but I'm going to come check this fight out. So Denzel, who I compassionately, I have to give you a compassionate wigga please, because you showed up to the fight of the century. The whole world was watching, like you were, just on a stroll, somewhere in the middle of the west side of Manhattan. So Denzel, you get wigga please. Bob Arum, one of the promoters. There was many hands, many promoters, many people had their hands in this fight. Bob Arum, he's the kind of old school Jew dinosaur prick that you gotta love. You gotta love and respect. I mean, this motherfucker looks like he just looks like he smells like, I've never met the guy, but he looks like, I get the feeling that he smells like mothballs and knishes. He just has that mothball knish vibe to him. Okay, and just for the way you carry yourself, perpetuating the fact that Manny Pacquiao may or may not have had a shoulder injury after the fight, never acknowledging that Floyd Mayweather actually won the fight, and for just being an overall fuck in regards to boxing and a true hook-nosed, money-grubbing Jew bastard. Bob Arum, you too, my friend, you get a wigga please. And third and finally, for the post-fight wigga please segment, unfortunately, I have to give the final wigga please to my main man, Manny Pacquiao, who I rooted for, who I fuck with hard. I fuck with the wild card. Jim, have you not seen my short film on wild card and Freddie Roach? It's on American/Giant.com. I directed a short film on Freddie Roach in the gym, and Manny Pacquiao. I was publicly rooting for you. I was talking shit for you. But you did not win the fight, okay? You fought well, but you said afterwards, right afterwards, that you thought you won the fight, and you didn't. You didn't win the fight, and then the fact that at the press conference you still kind of were on the I won the fight thing, and then we started talking about the shoulder thing. I know the injury was significant. I'm sure the shoulder injury hampered you, but after all the fans have been through, after all the hoopla, after all the money talk and all the millions of this and millions of that, and you got Denzel showing up looking crazy, and Jay-Z's there, and De Niro's there, and all the fans and everything that took to get this fucking fight, and then for it to be a lackluster fight, to bring up the fact that your shoulder was injured, and to bring up the fact that you think you won when you really didn't, and maybe he really did think he won, and he'll acknowledge that later. But Manny, I have to give you a wigga please. And it pains me to give you that wigga please. It pains me. But I got to call it as I see it. It doesn't mean I don't fuck with you. It doesn't mean I wouldn't root for you. And it doesn't mean I don't think if you fought him again, if this fight was to happen again, Pacquiao Mayweather, which I don't think would be anywhere near the payday that it was the first time. But if it happened again, I would still be rooting for you and hoping and figuring out a way for you to try to win. But you didn't win. I fuck with you hard. I'm sorry about the shoulder. I'm sorry that TMT, the Manny team, that we lost. I consider myself part of that team, but you get a wigga please. This is the I Am Rapaport podcast coming to you live from the Gloom Tomb Studios. I'll be right back. The I Am Rapaport podcast is sponsored by Casper Mattresses, Casper.com. It's an award-winning sleep startup. Go to Casper.com, $50 off purchase of any size mattress. put in the code Rapaport, Rapaport, Casper Mattress in New York City. The bed will be delivered between 2 to 5 days anywhere in the United States and Canada. Same day delivery in New York City. A bike messenger could bring it. New technology. The bed will come in a fucking box. Casper.com. The promo code is Rapaport. You get $50 off the mattress. We do not plug, we do not support, we do not take sponsorship from anything we have not tried and we are not passionate about 450%. All right, this is the I Am Rapaport podcast, all Pacquiao Mayweather post-fight urgency edition. Not the emergency. This is an urgency edition, okay? There's a difference. We do emergency editions, and now this is the first urgency edition of the podcast. But I'm calling my partner, my sidekick, Gerald Moody. I'm calling him now because I lost the bet. I'm calling live from the Gloom Tomb Studios out in Los Angeles. Mr. Moody is in the Bronx. He couldn't make it to the Gloom Tomb Studios. But I lost the bet. He's going to have a lot of shit to say about the fight. He was harassing me afterwards, texting me, crank called me sometimes. But I'm going to call him now and get him on the phone, and we're going to get right into this. Fucking guy. We do this. The Gloom Tomb Studio, we do this from all over the country. We could do it from anywhere, any place. All right? You hear that? That's ringing. That's ringing live on the I Am Rapaport. Hey, there he is.
Yeah.
There he is. Hey, Gerald.
What up?
Yeah, I just first wanted to say, last night I was going to block your phone number because the harassment and the texts and the calls, I didn't need that shit from you.
I told you, man. I told your ass.
Huh. Told me what?
Told you.
What, you fuck?
I told you that my boy May would put it on his ass. And what did he do? He put it on his ass.
Now, you see, you're going to get yourself into deep waters with the righteous, hipster, elitist community by even referring to Mayweather as your boy because these motherfuckers, last night, I got a backlash because I acknowledged that Floyd Mayweather won the fight, and then people said I support domestic abuse. And you know what I said to those people?
What?
I said, go fuck yourself, you hipster fucks. I acknowledged the guy's winning, and then the guy won, and all of a sudden, you can't win or lose out here. You're out there in the Twitter community. You see, you can't win, and you can't. It's like once you put yourself out there with these freaks, with these fucking scabs, these lunatics, everything is fair game.
That is true, my friend.
So I know you won, I lost. Now let's go over our bet. Our bet was 15 seconds of being on the subway during rush hour and saying at the top of your lungs, I love the I Am Rapaport podcast. I fucking love the I Am Rapaport podcast. And we would be videotaped and put online. So what train do you want me to do this? At what stop do you want me to do this? And I'll be in New York in about 10 days to do this. I told the people, I announced that I am now recording from the Gloom Tomb Studios in Los Angeles. And I think, and I'm showing some pictures online about what the Gloom Tomb Studios looks like and the history of the Gloom Tomb Studios. But how do you want me to pay off this bet? What train station do you want to see this happen at?
I thought about this. 42nd Street, the fucking 6th train.
Fuck.
That's when most people are. So the fucking 42nd Street, 6th train, right there, and you do your thing. Yeah.
Fuck.
Don't bet on anybody else, my friend. Money May, and he's giving up the belts.
Why is he giving up the belts?
So these other little yokels could try to win because they can't fuck with him. So he's giving up the belt.
Yeah, fuck
As
it.
a passionate man and a display, he's giving it up.
He's giving up the belts.
Yeah.
So what did you think of the fight? I'm shocked you even watched it. Because as we know, You don't watch shit. Like, you don't even fuck with the TV so much. Well, what did you think of the fight? Let me hear your bullet point analysis, since you're such a smart boxing fan and you're like such a Mayweather guy.
I am the best analyst out there. Here's why.
Okay.
If you go back if you go back and rewind the shit I said he would rarely be hit, and he would fight. He wouldn't run, and this guy would get frustrated because he couldn't hit what was in front of him. That's exactly what happened. This is a master boxer, and people don't like it. Oh, he never knocks anyone out. That's not his style. His style is to hit, and he fights. He doesn't run. But you can't hit him.
I agree. He fights. People are saying that he run. People, the fucking assholes on Twitter. That's become the thing. People. When you say people now, you might as well just say the assholes on Twitter. So if I say people, I just mean the fuckheads that are on Twitter. But some of these people are saying that he ran. I don't think he ran either. I don't think he's. It's like if you look at Muhammad Ali's fight, who was at the time Cassius Clay, his early fights when he was, in the beginning of his career, like the Sonny Liston fight, he's a heavyweight, so his punches are heavier, but he hit and ran, hit and moved. It's called stick and move. It's called boxing. It's the sweet science. You don't get any bullet. Not everybody's going to be Marvin Hagler.
Right.
When Mike Tyson first came out, he was not being hit. He used head movement and he used his feet to not get hit, and quickness. Nobody wants to get hit.
Nobody. That's it. It's a master boxer. That's it. And he made this guy look bad. And it's not about Floyd. It's not about Floyd. What about the other boxers? They're supposed to bring it to Floyd. Bring it to him. Beat his ass. Go at him. Try to.
Yeah. I hear you, man. And I've acknowledged that I will no longer call him Floyd Kardashian. I said that, and I was thrilled to see my tweet on the ESPN ticker up there with the big shots, the Aaron Rodgers and fucking Le'Veon Bell and all sorts of basketball players, and they have the ticker. They show celebrities' tweets, and who was up there during the press conference, and Floyd was up there, but me, and it said, "I will never call you Floyd Kardashian. I will only call you Floyd Mayweather going forward." And I felt like that was a mountaintop moment to be on the ESPN ticker.
Hell yeah, I was impressed. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, and the logo, if you notice, people, if the logo that is my Twitter thing that was on the ticker is the I Am Rapaport podcast. And that's what we're doing. This is the I Am Rapaport podcast. I am calling Gerald Moody live from the Gloom Tomb Studios. Now, we need to talk about here's a couple of questions I have for you. Okay, what did you think of Jamie Foxx's rendition of the national anthem? Because some people are calling it blasphemy. I heard somebody say it's the worst national anthem. Again, some fucking asshole on Twitter say that it's the worst national anthem since Roseanne butchered it. That it was a remix. He did the remix edition, which I thought was funny. I fuck with Jamie Foxx. We just talked about him a few podcasts ago, and I didn't have no problem with it. I thought it was a nice, soulful, sort of churchy rendition of the national anthem. What did you think, Mr. Moody?
He brought it down to church. That's where you hear the fucking organ. He took it, he blackened it up.
Right.
That's what he did. He blackened it up, and for some, it sounds unusual because it's different. It has the church organ in it. But it's like similar to what Marvin Gaye did at the '84 All-Star game.
And that was the best ever.
Right, where he had the beatbox. But, he blackened the shit up.
He blackened the shit up. And I was thinking, if motherfuckers loved black people as much as they love black culture, wouldn't things be a lot different in this fucking world?
Yeah, of course, man.
It'd be if motherfuckers loved fucking, the people that created all the shit that they like, things would be better off. Because motherfuckers there's so many racial undertones and overtones that no one wants to talk about. You know, like even in this fight, the racial overtones, they were clear. They were clear, and it's just an interesting thing. But so let me ask you something else, Mr. Moody, since you're such a great analyst.
That's right.
Yeah, what did you think of the celebrities there? I had to give Denzel a compassionate wigga pleas because I felt like Denzel showed up to the fight accidentally, that he was going to get gas and maybe like pick up something from the grocery store, and he was like, oh shit, that's right, the fight's going on, and they let him in.
Yeah. I looked at him and I was like, damn, what the fuck? Now I'm asking the actors. You're an actor. Do you come to the fucking fight of the century and like that? For like maybe he's in a role, maybe he's like trying to get into the role.
No. It's okay. I don't mind the non-shaving. Okay, but the non-shaving with the getup that he had on, it looked like he was going to a fucking football game, like in the rain. Like, he didn't look like he was prepared to. It's not just the fight of the century and like the biggest thing in the country. It was a worldwide thing. At least put on a sports jacket. And you're talking to someone like me who cannot stand dressing up. Now, look, he's Denzel. He's afforded the right to do whatever the fuck he wants. But yes, you are also Denzel. We have a certain standard that we expect you to be at because we see you most of the time. You're looking smooth. You're on that Denzel shit. I felt like he just maybe fucking, waddled in there.
Yeah, he wearing the old jocks. Remember them jock sweatsuits?
Yo,
rocking the.
Was it a jock sweatsuit he had on?
That's what it looked like.
Yo, and he had on the New York Yankees black Yankees hat, which is, I have to say, that's my signature hat. Now I don't know if he was influenced by me, because if you see me in public, 9 out of 10 times I'll have on the all black New York Yankees hat, and I thought maybe that was like a homage to me. Did you see that? Did you notice that?
Yeah, man. He's from Mount Vernon, man. He got to represent that New York. I like his hat.
Yeah, I like his hat too, but I'm saying I have never seen him rock that hat, but I've seen myself do it. Do you think he's been influenced by me and or the I Am Rapaport podcast? It's a straight up question, Gerald. Thank you.
I'm sorry. I think it was you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I got to give you that.
Okay, and what else did you say? You I think you were offended that the crowd was booing the American, and that you also called me I got a text from you calling me. This is what you said to me this morning. You dirty traitor fuck. How dare you? You don't go for the American. You traitor fuck you. Now I didn't like waking up to that. But you called me that, and I wanted to know why you called me a traitor fuck and what that meant.
I'm the fucking analyst. Everybody was wrong. I was right. All right. So here we go. The American got booed. You take a picture with fucking the Filipino. You're in his camp.
Yes, I am.
You're making fucking movies. You're in this guy's camp. And it's an American fighter. I think that's some Benedict Arnold type shit.
Hey, fuck you, man. Hey, listen, don't try to fucking question my loyalty to the country. Listen, your guy Floyd Money Mayweather, he doesn't handle himself good. Aside from the fact that he likes to beat women's asses, and that's real shit. Because I've been looking into it. It wasn't just one incident. You know.
I know.
He sits there and talks about the money that he made at the press conference, and I feel like the money of this whole event really tainted the whole thing. Like, at first it was so great, but the money, fuck you, man. Fuck you. I'm not even filling up my pool because there's a drought and it costs too much goddamn money. Everybody's got problems, Money Mayweather.
Yeah. But there's another guy I want to fucking go at. That fucking, that fat fuck, Jimmy Kimmel. You're bouncing around behind fucking Pacquiao like you ready to come in the ring and get ill. You're gonna I'll fuck you up.
You didn't like that little thing. He was kind of spoofing the Justin Bieber thing, but I didn't think that worked either. I thought that was corny.
Yeah, I thought that was bullshit. Like dancing around. Look what happened. Go to the American. He won.
What about your boy Bieber? He's in there. He's in there with Mayweather. He's not dope.
Nah, man. I'm with the winners, man. Bieber's a winner.
Fuck Bieber. Bieber's a winner.
He went on Ellen we got to him. He went on Ellen. He fucking confessed. When you confess and you come out, you get a fucking new slate.
Yeah, but then 2 weeks later, he was at a concert trying to see Drake, and he was popping off to the fucking security people, and the security people put him in a headlock.
Oh, shit.
He put him in a fucking...
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that happened. So what else, Mr. Analyst? What else do you have to say? I mean, G. Moody, you're so smart. You're so cool. You don't know shit.
But did you see Pretty Boy, how he was looking like with the knocking all the guys' punches away?
I saw all that. Well, what about Roger Mayweather? Nobody's talking about. Floyd Sr. was in the corner talking that wild shit to him.
Oh, I was doing him last night. You know what he was saying?
What was he saying?
He was like, "You think this motherfucker can fuck with us? You know, I'm sick. I'm sick right now. I'm sick. You know he can fuck this thing up. What do you want to talk about? The domestic violence and all that? I'm sick. I'm sick right now. I need my candy.
Yeah, I need my candy.
You know? And you want to talk to me about whether he beating women up. What about the fight, man?
Yeah. He's talking that shit. And he was scared I think he was scared because the crowd was so hyped. He was in Floyd's ass. I've never seen him in Floyd's ass so much during a fight. He was talking that shit to him.
That's that dope fiend shit.
Yeah. And you know, it's another thing that the whole thing is like these fighters, they expect everybody to be, like now everybody puts Aaron Pryor on a pedestal as a boxer, but like when he was fighting, people said he was dirty, he was this, he was that. Like you're a boxer. Like Floyd Mayweather's from the bottom of the bottom. Manny Pacquiao's from the bottom of the bottom. Like this isn't. Like these dudes come up hard, man, and like boxing it's not a sport that anyone can do. Like anybody could go to the basketball court and shoot baskets and pretend they're fucking LeBron James. Anybody could go to the golf course and hit a golf ball and think you're playing at the PGA Masters. Anybody could go find somebody to play tennis. You could play baseball. You could play football. Not everybody. And very, very few people, even if you had to hit a heavy bag, I hit a heavy bag in the back. I'm not even imagining what it is to get in there and fight another dude. Mano a mano, boxing. Like, this is a tough sport, and we're expecting everybody to be, like, be a killer in the ring, and then be this...
brawlers.
Yeah, but then be articulate, like spokesmen who are politically correct and all that stuff. I would love more from Floyd Mayweather. I would love for him to acknowledge, his wrongs, but he doesn't do it. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. Boxers are frustrating people. It's a tough fucking sport. Athletes are frustrating. It's like, you don't understand where these motherfuckers come from. A lot of these athletes, where they come from, and just because they get rich and famous, and just because they all of a sudden are in the limelight, we expect them to snap on like a Today Show. Not everybody's gonna be on that Michael Strahan shit. It's just not gonna happen. Motherfuckers, Floyd Mayweather, like there's a reason why he is the way he is. Look at his family. Look who his father was. Like he talks about like his father, and his mom fist fighting in front of him. And that's fucked up. But it also creates a drive, and it creates, like a will to better yourself and all that kind of shit. And I'm not defending the domestic abuse. Like you got to keep saying that. You got to keep contextualizing that you're not defending it, because these motherfuckers, they get on you. But it's like athletes in general, like we expect them all of a sudden because they're famous and all. Like Jameis Winston, we expect him. He got drafted. He's the number one pick. Bing! He's just supposed to all of a sudden be, a Rhodes Scholar and be, like Russell Wilson. Not everybody's going to be Russell Wilson. Not everybody's going to be Derek Jeter, and not everybody's going to do all that shit. But you're going to have some Pac-Man Jones in that motherfucker. You're going to have some Pac-Man Jones, and none of us are perfect. I know my life is not perfect, and I know G. Moody, your shit is definitely not perfect. Yeah, I'm fucked up. Yeah, you're all fucked up, and the people listening to this, it's not perfect. And then you could be, well, what about this? What about that? Well, you know what? I can't hear you. What about this? What about that? Because I'm on the fucking radio here doing this I Am Rapaport podcast. But I know what you're saying. I'm just saying, sometimes think and try to understand like where cats came up, and just because they all of a sudden make millions of dollars, or just because Jameis Winston all of a sudden, boom, he's the number one pick, he's all of a supposed to become fucking, Ed McMahon or Johnny Carson or like, Jimmy Kimmel or, Jimmy Fallon. He's like Mr. Perfect. That's just not the way it works. Motherfuckers make mistakes. They keep making mistakes. A lot of these dudes, they're young. They grew up hard. Motherfuckers don't know. A lot of people don't know what it really is like to grow up hard. And you'd be like, what about you, Mike Rapp? You didn't fucking grow up hard. You're a fucking Jew prick. But I had the pleasure and the blessing of having close friends who grew up in fucked up circumstances and seeing that. And I think I have a little bit more compassion than some people who have never been exposed to it. I don't know what it is firsthand. That's true. But I have compassion for it because I was exposed to it at a young age. That's my rant of the week. You know what I'm saying, G. Moody?
That's right. That's for sure. That's good, man.
Yeah. What else? You have any closing statements? I'm sitting here in the Gloom Tomb Studios. It's beautiful back here. It's beautiful back here. I got the fan going. I got the Snapple refrigerator, and I'm looking at about 865 I Am Rapaport soft-ass T-shirts that all I want to do is send to people. A lot of people, look, what kind of love are you getting for the I Am Rapaport podcast T-shirts? Like, when you wear it, like, a motherfucker's like, yo, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, when I wear it, I see cats looking like, yo, yeah, man, where'd you get that?
And we'll talk about the quality of these I Am Rapaport podcast T-shirts. And the beauty of it is like, we're big-upping, we're promoting our I Am Rapaport podcast T-shirts, and all we want to do is what, G. Moody? We want to give the motherfuckers away. Give away. That's it. We just want to give them away.
That's it, man.
I mean, and when you come out to the Gloom Tomb Studios in Los Angeles, you're going to be doing some of the licking of the envelopes. I have to lick the fucking envelopes with my fucking mouth. And so when you get these T-shirts and you open up your envelope, just know that it's my spit that has secured the vanilla envelope for you. It's my fucked up handwriting that wrote the address on them. It's all coming from me, but I'm going to pass that duty along to G. Moody because we just want to give them away. And all you need to do to get an I Am Rapaport podcast T-shirt, again, is to show us some love. You could even insult me. I've given away few people on the internet. If you say some funny, mean, insulting shit to me, don't go below the belt. But if you say some creatively fun shit to me, you'll get an I Am Rapaport podcast T-shirt. We want to build an empire here, okay? We're building an empire of legions, of people whose fuck style is buck wild, of people who want to learn about sugar dicking, people who like to go raw dog without a bag. I mean, and we want those people in our life, and we want to be in your life with the I Am Rapaport podcast coming live and direct. Anything else? Any closing statements of this? I call this not an emergency episode, G. Moody. I call this an urgency episode of the I Am Rapaport podcast. You have any fucking final notes on the fight, on Mayweather, on Pacquiao, on anything? You have anything to fucking say? Anything to fucking add?
I'm finished with Pacquiao and Mayweather. That speaks for itself.
I'm done with it. I'm fucking done with it.
Let's talk a little bit about the Spurs and wig piece. There's a wig piece I want to say before we split. Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard, listen.
Get your braids in order. Call Shantae. Tell Shantae to stay in the hotel. Grease your scalp.
My man.
Get your shit together. You won the fucking MVP of the finals. Fly Shantae in.
Kawhi, listen to me. Check this out. Listen to us with an open ears and an open heart. I know you're a low-key dude, but you're on national television. You're a professional basketball player. Your shit looks fucked up. You look like you were sent to school in the 3rd grade in 1977. Yeah. Fix your shit.
Yo, and he looks like he sucks his thumb, too.
Yeah. It's because of the hair. You just won MVP of the league of the finals last year. You can't fix your fucking hair, Kawhi. And I'm a huge fan. I like that you're low key. I like that you're just about basketball and you're all that stuff. But you could be just about basketball and your hair.
Please.
We're begging
he
you.
sucks his fucking thumb on a plane.
Yeah. Yo, you look like you have a fucking blankie, Kawhi Leonard. We love you, man. I fuck with you hard. I'm a big fan. I love the way you play. I love that you're a great defender. You emerged 2 seasons ago, but you got to fix your wig piece. You look like shit, Duke.
Yo, Ginobili, get a ball ahead, man. It's not the fucking end of the world, man.
Ginobili, just cut it all off. It's over. You don't have the luxury of being able to cover your shit up like actors do. You don't have the luxury of, you're out there, you're exposed. It's time to just shut it off. Just cut your shit off, Ginobili. And we're fans. We love you. I hate to have to do this. And obviously, Steph Curry hasn't listened to the I Am Rapaport podcast because he keeps showing up game after game with his shit looking peasy.
Yo, he looked good today.
You think he brushed his hair? I didn't see the game. I only saw the highlights. So you think that our message to Steph Curry might have gotten back to him?
No. But he looked all right today. I got to say that.
Because I feel like we're definitely responsible because Bill Russell showed up at the All-Star game this year. His one public appearance he makes it each season is at the All-Star game, and then they'll hand out the trophy. And he showed up looking like he didn't just come out of a fucking tree. I feel like our message is getting across to these guys. People are like, okay, we understand. Thank you for it. Like when I get a thank you note from Kawhi Leonard next year, when he says, "Yo, Mike Rapp and G Moody, thank you." That's all I need.
We care.
We care about you, man. You look fucking nuts, man. You look crazy.
We're fans. We're watching it.
We're watching you, and it's not the third grade. And we don't want the MVP of the finals to be looking like he sucks his thumb with a blankie at halftime. What the fuck, Kawhi?
Word.
I don't know, man. You know, at the beginning of the season, I went on the record saying the Spurs were going to beat the Cavaliers in the finals. And now I feel like the Cavaliers, because of Kevin Love's injury and J.R. Smith being a dumbass and throwing a roundhouse backhand punch, try to kill the guy, they're not going to make it to the finals either.
Golden State winning that championship.
Well, I'll take that. I like Golden State.
Yeah,
I don't want the Cavaliers to win. I felt like the Spurs were the only one to beat them, but my prediction is that the Chicago Bulls are going to beat them in this second round. That's what I think is going to happen because they're. Oh,
that's going to be good. That's a toss-up.
Yep, but they're starting to peak, and I feel like the Cavaliers are in trouble because D Rose he's playing well. You know, everybody's looking healthy. Noah, they're starting to come together. Ginobili, that big Ukrainian dude or Russian, I don't know what he is, but he the rookie, they're doing well. You know, I was surprised the Clippers beat them. You know who I fuck with? I fuck with the owner of the Clippers. He looks like he's gonna fucking. He needs to chill out. Homeboy looks like he's gonna fucking bust.
Yo, he's happy, man. Yo, they won.
Yeah, but he's crying out there like during the game, like he's not going to be able to. The amount of stress that he's putting on himself is too much, man. That guy Ballmer, who I understand he wants his investment back. The motherfucker paid $2 million for the Clippers, but it's a long playoffs, my man.
He's never been in no shit like this. This is amped up. He's hyped.
Well, I hope he doesn't get too amped up because he looked like he's going to bust some shit in his head. He was literally crying a couple of games ago. What the fuck are you doing, man?
Yo, man, he's fucking into it, man. He's not like the fucking last guy.
Yeah. Oh, yo, my man Sterling.
Well, Steve's kid, he was wildin'.
Yeah, Sterling and V. Stiviano, his piece that caused all this shit. She had to get out of the condo that she was living in. So she that ride is over quick. That whole thing backfired on her real proper.
Yeah, put on Skid Row now.
Yeah, get on Skid Row.
Skid Row.
Yeah, you look like shit, V. Stiviano.
Yeah.
All right, this is the I Am Rapaport podcast. We're signing off. This is my man G Moody. We're coming at you live and direct. Next week, we're giving away a mini Snapple refrigerator. You heard me correctly. We're giving away a mini Snapple refrigerator. It ain't going to be full of Snapples. You got to fill that shit up yourself. But it's a beautiful mini Snapple refrigerator. The I Am Rapaport podcast is sponsored by Casper Mattresses and American Giant. American Giant hoodies and sweatshirts.
Champion can't fuck with this shit, yo.
Yo, we out.
Peace.